NBA Draft Combine 2024 winners and losers.
Relates into the NBA level. Obviously, a little bit more size, a little bit more physicality, but you're so explosive in getting your shot off. How do you kind of feel like you fit into that level?
I feel like it fits very well. Obviously, I haven't been there yet, so I can't really speak.
The 2024 NBA Draft has been defined by its lack of consensus at the top of the class from the very start of the cycle, and a wild draft lottery certainly didn't help add any more clarity. The Atlanta Hawks cashed in on a 3% chance to jump up and win the lottery from the number 10 position. Atlanta is projected to select French big man Alex Sarr with the number 1 overall pick in our latest mock draft, but the first pick is far from the sure thing it usually is after the lottery is finalized. Ask 5 scouts who they view as the best prospect in this class and you may get 5 different answers. That uncertainty has trickled down to the rest of the class, setting the stage for the 2024 NBA Draft Combine. Players were measured, tested, and pushed in drills and scrimmages in Chicago in the wake of the lottery. While the NBA Combine isn't as influential as the NFL version, Devin Carter, the son of former NBA guard Anthony Carter, blossomed into a star in his junior season at Providence. Always a stout point-of-attack defender, Carter suddenly became a dangerous pull-up three-point shooter and a skilled finisher around the basket. His breakout season earned him Big East Player of the Year honors and put him squarely on first-round radars for the 2024 draft. Carter's showing at the Combine should only help his stock. Here's a brief recap of his time in Chicago. Measured with a plus 6.5-inch wingspan, 62.25 barefoot height with 68.75 wingspan. Set the combined record for the fastest three-quarters court sprint time, 2.87 seconds. Finished number 1 in the class in max vertical leap at 42 inches. Finished third in lane agility time. Placed number 10 in shuttle run. Carter can jump out of the gym. Of course, that was evident on tape, too. Read Shepard's leaping. We knew Shepard would measure small, and that's exactly what he did by logging a 61.75 barefoot height with a 63.25 wingspan. What the NBA probably didn't expect was that Shepard would tie Carter, Arizona forward Kashad Johnson, and NBL wing Trenton Flowers as the best leaper in the class. Shepard's signature skill is his shooting, which grades out at or near the top of the class after making 52% of his threes with Kentucky. He also might have the best hands defensively of any player in this draft. Zach Edey. Zach Edey is a legitimate giant, but anyone who watched college basketball the last 4 years already knew that. Edey's measurements at the Combine confirmed him to be the second longest player in the NBA next year behind Victor Wembanyama. Edey has quite a few fans around the NBA at this point, and there are plenty of executives who say they have him ranked as a lottery pick or even as a top 10 prospect because of how well he rates in their analytics models. James missed the few first weeks of the season before eventually returning to play, but by that time the Trojans were already off to a rough start. He never looked fully comfortable on the court, and ended the year with limited production in a small role off the bench. James' draft stock has been a point of contention ever since. We scouted James extensively as a high school player, and have long believed there's a pathway for him to be a legitimate NBA role player. We even advised James to enter this draft class and see where the chips fall, and that's exactly what he plans to do. James is reportedly all in on the draft, and he's been fully cleared to play by the league's safety panel. He was the biggest attraction at the Combine, and for the most part he acquitted himself well. James measured at 61.50 barefoot with a 67.25 wingspan at 210 pounds. He posted a 40.5-inch vertical, which tied for the 6th highest at the event. James also shot the ball extremely well in drills. His offensive skill set hinges on the ability to space the floor and knock down shots, and he certainly looked good doing it in an empty gym. James played in the first scrimmage, starting for the winning team. He finished 2 of 8 from the field for 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 turnovers. It was an underwhelming performance, but tested well enough in terms of strength and athleticism to help his stock a bit this week. Winner: Adem Bona. Bona had a solid sophomore season for a decidedly mid-UCLA team. The big man has long showcased impressive athleticism and physicality, and he proved it at the Combine. Bona graded out with the best athletic performance of any player at the Combine, according to Jared Dubin's model. Bona posted a 40-inch vertical at 243 pounds, which is pretty remarkable. He struggled with turnovers and fouls in the scrimmage, but still showed off his ability to run the floor, finish above the rim, and compete on the glass. He's an interesting second-round big man in this class. Loser: Donovan Clingan's athleticism. Klingon is absolutely massive at 71.75 barefoot with a 76.75 wingspan at 282 pounds. It's hard to find basketball players this big and this smart, which is why he's being projected as a likely top 10, possibly top 5 pick in this class. No one expects Klingon to be a burner at his size.